Hey, hello. Welcome to my stream. I just felt the urge to play Arcade Spirits today, so that's what I'm gonna do. Um, I'm gonna sure everything's all right. Yeah. Okay. And um, okay. So let's start. Last time I played a girl, so this time I will be a dude. Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. Analyzing. New profile number 237771. Economic bracket, lower middle. Employment category, bleak. Current emotional health rating, low. Dang. Read me for fails. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Oh, dang. Premium level assistance requested. Proceed. Dang, okay. Pretty please. Dang, okay. Overriding denial of assistance, establishing premium services for Profile 237771. Justification, hope. Hope should be rewarded. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Oh, now compiling personal metadata. Alright, now this is how you design your character, which I appreciate. Okay. He, um, hairstyle, medium. Hair, oh, that's eye color. Hair color, I want, no, this is go black. Coding color, blue, purple, red. That's a nice salmon color. Okay, I'll go with that. Um, couldn't. Oh, right. Micah. This is first name. Yeah, that's fine. Micah. Medium style hair. It's irritating that you can't really make it, kinky, but whatever. That's it. Name Micah Cater. I think that's Cater. Pronoun he. This is correct. Oh, let me do this too. Okay. Yes, this is correct. I'm also eating ice cream, so it takes me a minute to swallow it. Premium level assistance for profile 237771, Micah Cater, has been activated. For the sake of his hopes and dreams. Oh my god. That's a throwback. Put your quarter up. Neat. I like how the chapters are labeled level one, level two, stuff like that. It is the future year 20XX. Mm, I figured XX would be changing soon. Okay. A dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister. I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year 20XX is pretty much what you expected to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro gamer celebs, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese flavored snack foods. I mean, the cheese flavored snack foods, I think, are necessary for anything. Maybe with such wonders as 20XX holds, to date, I've had no part in any of them. You never had Cheez-Its? I'm sorry, cheese flavored snacks? No cheese puffs, nothing? Okay. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, a, and lifeguard for a local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kiddies. Peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Trust me on this. Oh, yeah, humans are disgusting. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Behold my quaint little apartment. It actually ain't that bad. I think he's kind of exaggerating. I mean, the paint. It'd be alright. Kitchen pretty big, considering. Can't complain, really. It's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Airport savings have been down this year. Uh, Okay. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave lying around. My roomie shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing that yourself, lazy. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most of my family tree. Oh, that's a little depressing. Or at least I was for today.
You got fired from another job?
Why you say it like that? Why you say it like that? Oh, okay. Well, dang.
Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
Oh, thank you for letting me know the drink, Nightbot. Drink a little bit of water. They don't say Micah, but I just assume she's saying that. The horrified looking young woman there will be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Juniper is the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the only one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. Like, today.
I don't get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
I mean, ice cream with bits in it makes it harder to chew. I had to get fancy with the ice cream this time. Okay, anyway. Pool's closed, Nipper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Because because you actually enjoyed that job more than you enjoyed just washing soap and smelling socks at the very least. I'm not a complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. What's with this Zen stuff? I wonder why some parts are voiced, some parts aren't. Very weird. I've seen that in a lot of visual novels. Some bits are voiced, and some bits are just like, mm. I'm assuming it's a money thing. 'Cause that's a lot of lines to read. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? Mm. No, I mean the community center literally fell apart, and the pool won't hold water anymore. Um, that community center must have gotten no money for that to happen. Oh my! I just noticed the stove. There's something in the back here. Um, I'm guessing that hood. That's at the um, not the steam. Maybe some steam, but I don't know. That just seems like we're set up, but maybe it's normal for department. Whatever. I'll just get another job. Any job will do, as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong. That's how mopey and tired you were, coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that?
See, we're talking here, right?
I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right? I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
Oh, okay. No deflecting. This is about you. My mind's made up. We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm sitting in front of a class to give a speech, and I forgot to put my pants. And your dream job. Oh, I don't know, Juniper. Never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it.
Oh, hey, I think I've got just the thing to help you out. I like her nails. All right, done with the ice cream. So, here reading. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unblocked code on the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free too. My cousin introduced it to me. This reminds me of a horror story I listened to on a podcast. It was about a coach app. Uh, that it didn't end well. A very good story though. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun right. Okay. Don't put that in a water gun. That is a terrible idea. Terrible. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offer me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. Let's give it a try, okay? Maybe you can point it to some good. Yeah, maybe it can point you at some good jobs. One with less socks in or urine. I'll think about it. Okay. But don't take too long, all right? Oh, but don't think too long, all right? I have a habit of talking super fast and no one understands me. Slow down. Okay, so my dude is looking a lot like the girl I made. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, can only be but so different looking. In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Jennifer fretting over me like that. And I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life, too. Both of us had it rough. Up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart, she means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all of my life. Two of us against any dark forces aligning against me. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled, no. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and saw the ad was to make sure Jennifer wasn't about to get her kidneys sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around with it now. The nice brass will act as a neat little motion to reset button, right? Right. No dreams, no nightmares. It's 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Jennifer had already left to catch the bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn. Oof, lordy. Don't miss them days. But she left me a note. Into the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort out your life. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Jennifer's weird little app? Or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? I feel like you're gonna end up downloading the app anyway. So let's give it app a shot. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job. I loaded up, tapped the icon, and
Hello!
huh. Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out over a cute girl coming out of their phone. Me, I went, huh. I mean, relatable, Micah. Relatable. Also, it's one of those new kind of 3D screens, so and actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future year 20XX. 3D screen. So basically, it's a phone that maybe comes with augmented reality, like Pokemon Go and junk.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? Wow. Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts?
No, thank you.
Thank you for subscribing to Pizza Facts.
Okay. Well, this is very relatable. No, I don't want to subscribe. Subscribed anyway. But
I'm here to help you get your your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
Pretty tall order for an app to do. Are you some kind of wish-granting genie? Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you will do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference such data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glance up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of. Honest.
Hooray!
Super. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already has a voice-activated assistant AI. I could just say, hey, phone, search the web for job listings, and it'll work just as well. Ah, but I have advanced emotional language interpreter. I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than an average program with more heart. I can help you sort out your life by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent pending, super duper identity identifier system. Wait, what? Isn't that redundant? Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym to match my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? I don't really. Yeah, I'm good. You don't want to find out about my personality analysis system? Okay, that works too. I can read you like a book, no matter what. Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job?
Hmm?
I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking a quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that?
Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? That's funny. Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule.
No, silly. I mean your spirit, your hopes and dreams, your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Okay. Romance? Seriously? Seriously. Often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. I mean, often. I seriously doubt that. Anyway, but if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating. That's a recipe for disaster. And hitting on coworkers right from day one can be kind of awkward. You're not looking for love and ready to start right out of the gate. Never get a second chance to make a fresh impression. If I meet the right person, I might put it off. How do I want to handle this new opportunity? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? Let's go with the first one. Always ready to shoot a shot. Okay. I think I'm mature enough to juggle both at once. Why not? Super! She's so hyper. And remember, the choice is yours. If you're not comfortable with other people, stay professional. Now let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. I don't like that. Aha, I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm gonna wake up in a bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor.
Bad command or file name?
Oh, you were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax. I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf. Chill. 18th time's the charm, right? Mm. Yeah, go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
Analyzing, analyzing. So, do I just stand here or
Thank you. Thank you.
I've identified a dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now? Please put on some nice clothes, nicer than those. Please. I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly. You want to look your best. But we just. How? Okay. How did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Now get a move on. Tut tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus, and that's 9 minutes away. Well, this is happening. But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could. Obviously, go get dressed and go. Let's see what happens. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop on a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. Why are you on this kidney app? This kidney stealing thing. But me, I was already getting dressed before she finished that sentence. Since I believed the silly app as clean as that served my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe shop job at best. But, well, um, yeah, go. I forgot what these mean. Oh, voicing. What is that? Oh man, I think it's the internet. Yep. Okay. I like the role for earlier dialogue. Um, I don't do all that. Huh? So this is a rent thing. Okay. So go with the flow. I forgot what these little things meant. I should have looked at the tutorial. Oh well, it doesn't matter.
Juniper says use the app, so I'll use the app. The app says to go to this job interview, so I'll go to this job interview.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay, I don't really need that, but
Self-voicing disabled.
oh, and it lets you know when it's off. That is interesting. I didn't know that. But I'm not going into this blind. I'm willing to walk this path, but I'll admit that there's a lot of unknowns ahead of me. Will I still be passive on the other side of this journey? Only one way to find out. As I came to realize weeks later, who I was and who I become don't have to be the same thing. Okay, so I think the bus dropped me off oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building. Although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. Look at that fake subway. No, wait. Nubsu? Oh, Nub Sub. Okay, okay. This is, well, it's a strip mall. It's like 100 million of these around where I live. Like, these- they're so common in America. Strip malls are relics of 19. No, they are not relics of no 19 nothing. I'm sorry. Sorry to bust your bubble. They're still around in 2022. Places where random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. I wish it was a relic of 19XX. Mm, I feel like it's going to be a thing in 21XX. But anyway. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore called The Whole Story, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up health spa one's called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds, yeah, that is that is the right reaction. Lattes and Enemas sounds, uh, oh, okay. Ugh.
Hey, listen.
Really? Hey, listen, we're doing that. I have never played a Zelda game, but even I know about the little fairy that goes, "Hey, listen." That's some deep cut stuff right there. What do you think? I think that two things no human ever should ever wait. I think that's two things ever should wait. Why am I saying this wrong? I think that's two things no human being should ever combine. What? He said it's like, why would you have that? Um, why? Okay. No, I mean about your future place of work. I'm desperately open. We're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working for? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh. Trust me on this. A reference and cross-reference and cross-reference your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job? Really?
99.97%.
I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are a big business in the entertainment sector. Programmers are celebs, five-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. This is definitely a different dimension. But, well, restaurants are popular too, right? If everybody opens up one hoping to be the next Iron Chef TM, it does more shutdown and failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold. And sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune. Those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always as popular, though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have set video games as a kid's, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. Wow. If what if that had actually happened, right? And people thought video games were for children. Wouldn't that be weird? For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kids movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. Oh, and this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt. Okay. And massively overproduced. It had ruined video games for years. Oh, man. Too bad that didn't happen. Oh, wait, I guess it's a good thing that never happened in this alternate universe. Fortunately, cooler has prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory. Now, sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timeline, where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? What a very pointed task. The mind boggles. But make no mistake, popular as they are, the arcade industry is dodgy, ris- risky prospect for a job. Planning to make a run for it only to come up short. Considering Harris was tasked with getting me a job I enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this is me saying no. It's interesting is an interesting prospect, but I mean, are you sure about this? You're saying you're 99% sure?
99.97%.
Won't this be like my lifeguard job though? Satisfying but short lived? Oh, hold on. Um, what was it? Page up? Oh, whatever. It's not working. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside of a arcade in 15 years. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought it could show off her homework.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, when I say 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My code is made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that is currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need. Right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's gonna happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. That's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest, and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumple out from under me, it's not like she's wrong. Said to try. Besides, go with the flow. That's what I was thinking as I walked out the door this morning, wasn't it? Just run with it. Do what Jennifer says. Do what Iris says. Or not. But Iris didn't control my fate. Not really. If this didn't pan out, well, I'll just move to another job, I guess. No harm, no foul. So I opted to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. As it is as it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers. Although it's so packed with games, I probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize some of these games. Neat! Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it. Like, really old. Although I don't recognize the game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? A Japanese import?
My sources say yes.
Checking. That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of the Hana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Huh. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously Mr. Movie Magic Maze? The one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Fist of Discomfort. Hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat 'em up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scenes for the last 8 years. A real-time strategy in beat 'em up brawler? Trying to figure out how that would work. You like, dude? Okay, I'm not even crediting about that. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. I want that necklace she got on. And I like her little Pac-Man earring. Oh, right, what the Pac-Man earring with the cherry. I can't believe I didn't notice that the first time I played this game. I like that. That's amazing. Sorry, ma'am. I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looked up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket price redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
The storm of 1980. Yeep. I wasn't technically alive for that, but it was pretty awful. Oh. Jimmy wasn't technically alive. We were in the womb in 80. Who else was born in the 80s other than me? I remember someone made a joke about saying how people born in the 80s and 90s were considered born in the 20th century. And I felt like I was going to crumble into dust hearing that. Oh, we've endured many a nor'easter around these parts. You get used to it. My little arcade stood the test of time and weathered all elements. We've actually been around since 1970 bleep, back when the games were in black and white and pinball was all the rage. Oh, how times change. How old is this lady? And what year is it? It must be in the 20 somethings. That long? But I thought the arcade business was high risk. Not when you hire good people with love in their hearts. Actually, are you here for work, perchance? I am currently classified as job seeking. Yes. Oh, thank goodness. I've been hoping someone would reply to the ad I posted on the webs. On the webs. That's funny. What is it?
Please call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it? Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear, departed husband. Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, don't be. He died doing what he loved, having intensely physical relations with me.
Oh, okay. That's information I needed to know. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you should have kept that one of the drafts, lady. And you are Micah Cater, ma'am. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry it out. No, I'd carry on out here, but it is rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise, anyway? Oh, eventually you just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and the bops. Oh, beeps and the boops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I found, but in the end, done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now, that's faster than the others. Not bad. So, shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. This machine just says soda on it. No brand, just soda. Soda. I like some soda. Some grape soda. Thanks. Um, penguin there. Oh my god. Penguin there, baby. That pun is terrible. Uh, Francine leads me down a back hallway past public restrooms and into a door marked employees only. It takes all of my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. Oh yeah, you don't really need it. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy, he's been so overworked lately. Please have a seat, and we'll begin. As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I could nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I have interviewed for a dozen jobs and held down three. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego TM set to prove my communication skills. Considering I end up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
What?
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
That's a question to ask. I agree. Right. Okay, maybe this won't be a typical job interview after all. No problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. I've always liked brontosauruses. If you're gonna go dino, go big or go home. I'm not really a brittle meat eater. Oh, oh, damn it. That's what I wanted to hit. So this is but I forgot what these mean. I should have looked it up. Whatchamacallit, but whatever. Um, right. I forgot what she said. Let me see what's history. Indeed. And nothing says self-starting go-getter looking for a dynamic position, quite like a 16-ton slow-moving lump of meat. Yeah, okay, sure. Sure, we go with that. Let's actually save. Oh, glad about all that. So let's save in this empty spot. The top part will be my first save. And the bottom will be my second save. Mostly because I want to go to main menu for a minute. Okay, that's no order. I don't know any of these people. Yeah, okay. I don't know what those mean. I need to look up what that means. Right. Maybe I should have gone with a raptor. Everybody likes raptors.
What's your favorite snack?
What is my favorite snack? Um, Snack? If this was the favorite foods question, I have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. But snacks,
When you have pizza on a bagel,
hush you. Come now, dear. I don't have all day. After giving it a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Um, let's see. Arcade. Oh, it is on Ichio. Do I own that on Ichio? I don't actually know. Um, I mean, he likes tacos, but he will eat anything. I'm not really picky. I'm not picky, really. Whatever calls to me the most is what I choose. Whether it's flaming hot Cheetos, gummy bears. I mean, yeah, it depends on my mood. Very interesting. I see you go with the flow, a team player. That's kind of my thing. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Next question. Nothing prepared me. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
Inevitable? Really? Dang. I just want to know what they mean. Tell me what they mean. Okay. Not going to tell me. Okay, I'm just gonna have to wing it. Okay. Is this interview for real or is it a dream? As I look into Frenzy's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. Um, Probably medical. Medical, definitely. In the role without lawyers, I'm sure I can do a reasonable job. Dang. But seriously, I did have to take first aid class when I worked at previous jobs and CPR lessons. That's a great point. Doctors or nurses will all be exposed to assorted patient zeros and would be the first ones eaten. Dang, lady. People with any medical knowledge will be in high demand. It could be the difference between your party living and dying slowly and painfully. One more thing.
Why are you here?
It's another $1 million question. Why are we all here? The question is so simple and almost actually relevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. I told you, I came about the job offer.
You're seeking a job, true? But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? doubt you think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long. So I ask you again, why are you here?
To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than just because. Just because. Just run with it. Just go with the flow. Jennifer and Iris told me to do a thing, so I did the thing. And that one cut it here. I need to actually think this through. Hmm. Um. Which one would we actually pick? I'm gonna go with Hope. Understand I'm not whining or looking for pity, but my life has been a complete mess for over a decade. In and out of jobs, taking what I can get, settling, compromising. I gave up on hoping for something better a long time ago. But well, the people in my life who are close to me keep encouraging me to try and chase my dreams. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for answers to your question. But I won't be daydreaming all the time, I promise. My last job, I was a lifeguard. That takes a lot of focus. I'll be just as attentive and helping your, funplex. That perks her attention. Oh my. A rather serious occupation, that. An unusual step from such troubled waters to land of make-believe. Right, to a land of make-believe. You enjoyed this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she'll often notice me smiling after coming home from work, which makes Francine smile in turn. Can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but be surprised at the many ways one can save a life, even here. Very well, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure, and yet it felt appropriate. Like, it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. Francine leads me to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what my duties to this mystery job I accepted really involve. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously, a stool behind the prize desk.
How marvelous!
Welcome to your new position, Micah. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. I've been to an arcade. They're not that valuable. The really valuable stuff takes like an ass load of tickets in order to get. Whew. I glance at a wide array of pencil sharpeners, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic cards on display. Well, for prices, at any rate, yeah. But you know they ain't worth nothing. It's such a relief. I've been really stretching myself thin trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind he felt like jamming one of those 500 ticket plush dolls down someone's throat.
Oh, such a shame.
Poor dear. He just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I have no patience for such nonsense. I'm sorry, the last person to work at this was your grandson. Anyway, Gavin should be here soon. Oh, should be by soon. We'll handle paperwork and all of that administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all of this talking's tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. Look at that bright smile. Always talk like that. Okay, then. I adjust my seating on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. Oh yeah, it does look like this is the cheapest enough to get. And as a little kid, you don't really realize how cheaply made a lot of that crap is. And bad for the environment, but whatever. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look at the positive side. I'll be helping. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that will become nostalgic memories from years to come. Right? Big smile. Any minute now. No more smiling. Mm, deeply irritated. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now and nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass or a colored pencil set or a light up yo-yo. Actually, I would love a light up yo-yo. I like yo-yos in general. It should come back in style. I know what's her face from Guilty Gear, she used a yo-yo to fight. And more people should use yo-yos to fight. The best way to fight. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer they arrived before I started wondering if those 500 ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. 500 tickets just to get a cheap plushie? What a scammer. Or maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me. His head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Was he at a play? Doesn't seem like a typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. Wait, game aficionado. In fact, damn, he's hot. Let's go with that. And yum. That'd be crass bad, but he's the boy, that's for certain. Crap, now he's looking my way. Was I staring? I gotta put this move. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? Oh, it's called Yummy. That's funny. What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? I'm at Kakeda. Francine hired me to work the desk. The interview process was interesting, to say the least. I have to admit, though, I've literally been sitting here for hours doing nothing, because there's nothing to do. He relaxes somewhat on hearing that. Somewhat. Mornings are usually slow. That's quite normal, actually. And she interviewed you already? Good.
Good to hear.
About time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gusto for octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So, she explained the job to you. Give you the papers to sign. You said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper. I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Right. So you've no doubt guessed. You'll be exchanging tickets for prizes. That's at least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant. You attend the floor. You attend to the floor. What, the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor. The arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're a second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two. One to roam and one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loves filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you've likely gathered. I mean, I can relate, Gavin. I am also not a people person. That's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently has a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever worked a high pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Millie socks? You have no idea. Right. Well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley and Naomi. In that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not bug Francie. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Understood? Um, this is not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard at a pool. Managing stress in difficult situations, even life or death ones, is something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. Gavin nods approvingly. Oh, I didn't even know he would approve that. That just feel like the thing that Mikey would say. Okay, interesting.
Indeed.
Good. Like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat there.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimmingly. I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again in a stress release gesture, but his expression softens somewhat afterwards.
I take it Francine told you her theory that this is more than just a job, more than just an arcade.
That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically.
Oh, he likes mess. Neat.
The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality. My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, or you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard. Now, can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
Hmm. To be honest, I'm still sorting out why I'm here, what my dream is. I'm not here to step on anyone else's dreams in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. Again, well, I mean, I'm glad it's going up for Gavin because I don't know, I may romance him or I may romance the other dude. I don't know. but I'm not honestly doing it to make him happy. I'd say we share similar views. It will be a pleasure to work with someone who's actually enthusiastic and competent. And hopefully, this hive of weirdness would help you find your dreams along the way.
Um,
Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's, but since I'm already sitting here, you're allowed to stick around. That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'll help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yeah, that sounds like a Naomi. Her workshop's through the door there, the one next to the UFO catcher, the crane game, to use layman's term. Got it. See you later, Yummy. What?
Marty?
See you later, Gavin. I said Gavin. That's what I said. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads into the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. Francine's taking a nap back there. Hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. In hindsight, well, Gavin's still super hot, not gonna lie. Personality wise, I'm not sure what to make of him. He was blunt like a baseball bat, sure, but he seems to get Francine's ideals. I think there could be some kindness buried under his matter of fact exterior. We'll see. Anyway, I should go meet my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned. So I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. That game right there. This one. Oh, that is the bane of my existence. Especially as a kid when I had some money and I wanted to get something, but it's a scam. It's a scam to money in those machines. Everyone knows it. And yet people still do it anyway because they hope they from get their prize from the claw machine. Can't stand it. Okay. A double door also marked employees only. Also with an apostrophe. Yeah, you don't need an apostrophe there. Why is that there? Leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the Funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken only of in myth and legend. Oh.
Self-voicing enabled.
Oh no, I didn't mean it dead.
Self-voicing disabled.
Dead space. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh, didn't realize I had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me? For lack of a better way to interrupt her. I was worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hits the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense.
Oh, hey, this room is for employees only.
She said with no apostrophe. How would you know if she said with no apostrophe? Like, how would you know that?
Are you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Micah Cater. I'm the new floor attendant starting today.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text. Whoops.
She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait.
um,
I also ignore my notifications, so I get you, Naomi. I get it. One thought comes to mind when actually seeing her. This room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. The heavy doors closed behind me. I could barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components on the circuit board, even when like you're focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi! Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
Um, he's busy doing strange things with numbers.
Ugh, yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Uh, give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Oh no, really? What happened last time?
Oh, well, I dropped it.
I mean, it seems like obvious. Oh, right. She helps me lift the large cathode ray tube. Yeah. Sliding the heavy metal framework into place within the exposed glass of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to the other wires. There's a surprisingly there's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen inside one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple of large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. I'll admit, I don't know much of anything about how arcade games tick. I figured it was packed full of circuits and things. Naomi keeps working, using a multi wait, pocket multimer multimer multimeter? I don't think that's how you say that word. To check various connections as she speaks. It could be packed in tighter, like a bar top or a cocktail cap. I say uprights favor form over functionality. I've always wanted to have an arcade, an actual arcade rig. I mean, I don't need it in any kind of way, and I have nowhere to put it in my house. But I always wanted one.
Let me explain.
I mean, compared American and Japanese cabinets, ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy caps are shorter, so you play sitting down. But I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the keyring at her side, then steps back to admire her handiwork. There's genuine joy in that smile, not just at a job well done, but looking at the whole thing like it's a fine sculpture.
So beautiful.
Ooh, I love the classic Midway TM style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font on the marquee, the bezel artwork, the what on the what and the what artwork. With a sigh, Naomi points out the key features to me. The stripe across the top with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I mean, you can see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well, um, sure. The way she stares leveling at it. Well, honestly, this box of wood and circuits and vacuum tubes of stuff. I think I understand. It was meant to be one whole thing. The art, the style, and of course the game itself. All of it part of the same experience. Everything about the game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I can see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny.
Woohoo!
Finally, so few people really understand the beauty of that classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is going to be great. Especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin?
I don't know.
Okay, well, not gonna be wrong. I can get along with him, generally. But it's the whole attitude just, oof.
Ugh.
All he cares about is money. He's arcade running it, but I just know if he had his way, he'll gut the whole place. If anyone's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. You seem easy enough to get along with, and what's more, you haven't given me the whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore point here, a long-standing argument with that the new guy really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure I should pry at it, but I kind of want to know, too. What does clear air that mean? What does that mean? Um, Probably this one. It's very honest. I get this is touchy, but if I'm going to work here, I think we should all be honest with each other. No gossiping. So I gotta know, why do you think Gavin wants to destroy the arcade? He buys into Francine's idea that this is a place for dreams. He says he does, but he wants to sacrifice way too much just to keep the whole thing afloat. Road to hell, best intentions, etc. Yet his way, this place would be like a Jekyll's Palace, nothing but ticket games and prize catchers. He thinks actual video games are too expensive, a waste of floor space. They'd remove them all if he had his way. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him to do the right thing. But that's my problem, not yours. Sorry to drop gossip on your head like that. Thanks for hearing me out anyway. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem strong, strapping kind of guy. Well, a strong guy at least. Well, you're a guy. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted then. Okay, let's get to it. Right, a little to the left. Now, my left. You're right. Careful. Now forward, right, correct. I mean, not turn to the right. Keep it coming. And there, carefully. To put into place. Victory. I gently eased the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box sliding into place alongside its neighbors. Two-wheel dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi's fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again.
Yeah.
Okay, glad to be done with that one. I swear I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out, Micah. I think you're gonna do just great here. Happy blah blah blah. Someone's hungry. Alright, stomach growling. Food required, except I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
When you have pizza on a bagel,
The pizza and a bagel thing. Oh man. I've made sure I did not in fact subscribe to Pizza Facts, and yet. Shh. Hey, so any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but oh, no, not really. I mean, there's a cheap Wub Sub. Oh, it's Wub Sub? Not Nub Sub. Okay, Wub Sub sandwich place, but even that stuff is super tasty. You don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. If it's really supposed to be Subway, that food is not, in fact, tasty. It is disgusting. Hey, I know. Wait right here. And she's off, scurrying back to her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime. Here you go. She pressed a box lunch into my hands. It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good, healthy things. Wait, you give me your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet, when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. What will you have for your lunch, then? Oh, I can just get some nachos from the vending machine or hit the whole store next door. I gotta put delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important?
See ya.
See you at the lunch! I couldn't help to think she was looking for an excuse to go get her some junk food instead. I said Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for these games, and it shows. Giving me her lunch? Me, a total stranger? That's the kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully it has plenty of calories, too. Armed with a box of health food, I returned to the employee lounge to get my munch on. The room where I had my bizarre job interview was suffice for food times. It's not much. A few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. That music! What? Incoherent screaming. With my mind and body screaming wildly, my paralyzed form is unable to move from the vision of terror before me. That would scare me if something pop up like that. The half person, half animal waves their appendages in front of me, like you close it in for the kill. Hello? Anyone in there? Waking nightmare. See? Nothing to be afraid of. Ah, right. I see. Looks like you're stabilized. I was worried I scared the life right out of you.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really. Can we start over, maybe?
I nodded my head slowly, although that could be muscle spasms from being in shock. This game is really funny.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Micah.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
The Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Girl, what? Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex, after all.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I meant I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Today? This morning, to be specific?
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
Could have had to stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right on up to the employee only door. But how'd you get the door code?
Ooh.
Of course, you would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you need to lie and wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret code. just to find me. It just keeps going and going. Maybe Ashley does have a point. Juniper sometimes says my mildness can be off-putting. Like I said, the job doesn't work out. I always start a life of crime. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? Could have helped. This fan fiction she got going on is hilarious to me. But for a price. Ashley finally realized she's been babbling to herself for a good couple of minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up into a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Fair. I also tell stories of myself. Is that really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Ah, Jace, I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character. I love it. I also love cosplay, Ashley. I also love cosplay. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costumes and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering. Really. Granted, she certainly has the power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
Definitely. You want to try a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think actually it's pointing to the flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So Pinky is your creation intentionally. uh, yep. Looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? This is probably mean to say, but this is what he's probably thinking. Well, this is what he's thinking. And he's not really rude to say that, so I'm gonna go for this one. What I know about costuming, you could print on the back of a matchbook, but clearly you know your stuff. Wait, what does that mean?
Thankies.
I didn't mean to go one up like that. Oh, well, he's doing well with these two. I still don't know what that star means. But yeah, he's very... Aw, thanks. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I whirred around the funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games. The kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Though the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to resitch the left arm. I was giving her the old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh, limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5, 6 max. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage when she tugged my arm and whoosh, off came the arm. Her instantly started bawling. Well, at least you were consistently scaring people, and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. Floor is the thing I'm attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Jennifer I have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I've assumed you already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they likely aren't too keen on each other. Right? And she rolls her eyes and let out a sigh. I wish you would just hurry up and make out already. Yeah. Wait, what? Seriously? So, are they going out? Nope. They always bicker like an old married couple. It's the classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Micah. Consider them marked.
Beep beep.
What's that sound? Drat. I don't know when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
What? No.
That's no good. Micah needs his calories. You eat up. I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough. Thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. She seems like a nice girl, but I can't get on board with all of her wealth stories. I can't imagine always living your life vicariously to a fantasy. That feels like a call out. That feels like a call out. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time completely, second half of my workday begins. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. Those done and late rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems or potential problems. We're just making sure everything's A-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. Got off the right foot with some of my coworkers, and the wrong foot with others. Mixed bags, let's say, but not awful. I need to make sure I get along with these people. They're going to be a part of my life, one way or another. And if Francine's belonging to Pink Slipper grandson, whoa, I'm expendable. I should be careful. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. Think a spot, let's see. 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which do I tackle first? Let's do a loud crowd. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was completely in utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. This has got to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Oh, those are vending machines? That's cute. Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of an emergency is necessary. I am to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop dress. It's an auditory flashback right to 19 bleep. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime Stage is a ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hitting behind the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Micah? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Did you see that, Tio? I got my first double A on the Stop the Beat. I also like her nails.
Hell yeah.
You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song? Totes impressive. But I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day I may even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, this is a really catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm really getting into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
How about you? Want to take a spotlight? Dance with a hottie like you? Absolutely. I can feel my cheeks flush slightly. A cute boy just asked me to dance. Granted, it's for an important arcade dancing game rather than junior prom, but this really happens to me. My heart skips a beat as I find enough before I can find enough composure to respond. What? Me? Really?
Hello.
You and only you. How can I resist to ask a guy such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over. You smooth with it. I like it.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Yes. Very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo's the best. Dancing rando. That's mean. Let me get a Sprite. Get a little head. It's definitely a rando. Boogie woogie rando. Greatest guy here. Wallflower rando. He's sort of like our leader. Yeah.
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
Dang. Calm down, bruh. Calm down.
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Joe L stretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Um, Probably not. The offer is so hard to refuse, especially from a handsome guy like him. And I can't imagine being up there dancing in front of a huge crowd. Maybe after I've played this multiple times to ensure I don't completely humiliate myself. I'll give it a try eventually, after I sort out the basic steps. I can always give you some private lesson if you desire. Okay, okay, bro. What is this? Okay, this is Teo. Teo's such a smooth talker, the mind starts to wander. His hand on my hips, swaying to the music. But I'm abruptly brought back from my fancy by the realization that I'm on the clock right now. I really shouldn't. I'm the new floor attendant Micah. Really? I haven't seen her on here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good about Showtime Stage, now that I think about it. He was actually pretty good at Showtime Stage, now that I think about it. He's out. I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Micah regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Micah. I hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime Stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone else is happy and having a blast. What about you and your feelings? Hale shrugs.
Uh,
My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's what I need in life. which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? Look, this is great and all, but can you thin out your crowd a little for me? Fire codes, emergency exits, that sort of thing.
Sheesh.
Come on, it's not that bad. I've seen hotter crowds most weekends around this game. Rules are rules. Yeah, you're right. Least I can do is be accommodating. Luckily, the song that was being played gets finished. Yo jumps on the stage and cups his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen. That hey listen's gonna get to me every time. We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Complaining, rando. I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We have to be cool about fire safety. It's Mega's first stage. Let's show him some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Right now, I'm gonna be known as the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool down because of that dirty binge floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. I guess he's doing his job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Mr. Micah has spoken. I started to walk away. I start to walk away, ready for my next venture, when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. I said that's pretty good for my first day. Even Cabin's gotta be impressed, right? With that business sorted, it's time to leave Showtime stage. Let's see what to handle next. Um, let's go. Oh, I've been playing almost 2 hours. Okay. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade, where the Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me about this earlier today. Well, I was bored to death at the ticket desk. The Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. Not bad. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Right your way down to the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninja, and finally to topple the enemy dojo. The best action part, the strategy part, involves using special abilities, purchase items, and ninja summons. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, best dojo. I say, boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. And take a drink of water. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these words are that. What an actual bleep was that? No, those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be bleeping me. What does that bleep? What was that word be? Fucking me? No, that doesn't make no sense. Shitting me. Yeah, that's probably what she's saying. There's no bleeping way that is even possible. Those hitboxes don't even bleep and connect. That game honestly looks really fun to play. Like, I would like to play that game. Bleep this game. Bleep it all night long. Ah, get wrecked. Rando Clarician. I love that. I love that. Ooh, this is far from over, Scrub. I saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for hard. Oh, hey, did I forget to mention I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll from my dojo? Oops, my bee. Wait, what? You haven't been farming? How could XP share technique with creep waves? Take this. 5-foot leaping explosive death claw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No!
Oh, GG. No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
Was Queen Bee, is that a reference to something? Is that a reference to a really popular something? I don't know. My dry eyes painfully blink. Painfully blinking makes me realize I've been cynical and watching intently during that whole exchange. Not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if that train was the arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Oh, seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start to even consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as member of the L7 Gaming arcade esports team. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. That level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much excitement she gets out of life. When I say people love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot, at least between bursts of, what did Iris call it? Saltiness?
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet like. It's creepy.
She snaps her fingers and grabs my attention.
So, are you gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professional competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games when I'm working.
You? You work here?
You bet. In fact, I was just hired earlier. I'm the new floor attendant. If the game eats your quarter, come to me. Ha ha ha. See, this face makes her look like a villain. That was a choice. Wait, you're serious? Okay then, welcome aboard this runaway train.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Micah. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take some time to issue me a name tag. Maybe I need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Gavin's just slacking big time. Also, that's the boy for you. Make sure to get some proper respect. Thanks. No problem. We gamers gotta stick together.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
Those are words. I'm not sure what they mean, but those are words. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, no one could defeat me, Queen Bee.
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here besides Purpur and Tay. Purpur and Teo. Should be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you'll last longer than the last guy. Oh, great. Now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool, too. You're like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Yes, I also have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Well, it's part of my job to know all about the games here. If Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me further to the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the fist of discomfort cabinet. Oh, wait a minute. Is this supposed to be like a Fist of Fury thing? Why did that not come to me? Okay, anyway. Upon further inspection, I see the whole half-burst of pile of tech she's rigged up. Can't just plug one of these cables in the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. A webcam down, there, it broadcasts my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything together, and it takes like a half an hour to rig up and test each morning. But after doing this here for a couple years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras, damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex and from home. There's so much to miss out sitting by your lonesome with the console version of OD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. I suppose that's true, but I would still rather be at home. Wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope. No way.
Haha. Bleep, no. That was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in FOD, as in, chum, munch meat, scrubs, losers. I get the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter TM cabinet. Okay, so Street Fighter does exist here. No, I know Street Fighter is a definite game. That's a definite game series. My crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep beep.
What the?
Beep, I have to go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure, one thing, can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here. I don't want to get in trouble with Gavin. Nah. But for you, I'll keep it to a PG rating. Now, excuse me, there's some butts out there I need to kick.
Later.
With a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me, returns to her fist of discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig, the shouting and Mauser swearing start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everybody's spirit burning with passion for, well, various things, but hey, passion's passion. She seems to like me, which will make my job easier in the long run. There's a huge FOD community in this arcade, despite it being a tiny strip mall joint. Good to know. Let's see, go next to handle. Obviously the last thing. I should automatically go here since it's the only one you can pick. My mutant floor attendant says my mutant floor attendant says to detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I rush quickly all 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Come on. Oh, angry Rando. Come on. Hurry the F. No, it's not F. Hurry the bleep up. I want to say F because that's the only word that fits there. But it's actually bleep. Hurry the bleep up and finish your game. Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self. Ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Micah, floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this bleep to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of bleep off this game, and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Okay. Rude, being fatphobic. Rude. Brig and I ought to hear the fat piece of bleep side of the story before rushing to judgment. I tapped the player on the shoulder. Hey, he's not even... Okay. And he doesn't even notice my tapping. So I tap again, twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's magic maze a spin. That's Pac-Man. That's clearly Pac-Man. Moody? That's Pac-Man, okay. Curiously, the player looks up the game marquee. Thank you, Naomi. It simply reads Moopy. Pac-Man, you mean? You know the game's full name? You know the game's full name. Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. That's clearly Pac-Man. They just replaced the little circle man with a wizard? Yeah, they replaced him with a wizard. Okay. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff. Yeah. Bit terse as he's laser focused on the game. I can see why. It's currently sitting at 700,000, 14,900 points. Wait, 714,000. Yeah, 900 points. I can say words. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. As this other guy would probably put it. Holy bleep, that's a bleep of a high score. Excuse me. Right. Sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping a good pace here. Plenty of life stocked, in part for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow, the Dick Arcade Dragon sounds classier when draped in his British accent. Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folk come to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first I think he's stepping away to end this game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dues slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Let's cover it. For a moment, I flash back to that movie where someone pays a dude another to sleep with his wife and they roll out in bed covered in money and what the hell? What movie? What movie is this? Okay! Cover what, exactly? Cost of the game. The game itself. I've never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. 1 moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris has already messaged as my messenger app opened for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in. Customer wants to buy a movie for $3K. What do? In less than 1 minute, I have my response. Consider we pay 200 for it. Plus parts. Yes, absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. Oh, okay then. Although, how's Naomi's gonna react to this? Offloading one of her domains just because Gabby wants to make a 15-fold profit? I also feel it's kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of aggressive root cause of old arcade machines. I know all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but with this random breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. There you go. I say 3 lard is more than fair. It's all yours. I quickly pocket the money, feeling vaguely like a thief. Thief will be eating well tonight, mind you. You want me to get the dolly and wheel this whole thing out of here for you? He shakes his head. Absolutely not. I'm leaving the game right where it is. But you bought it. So I can play whenever I want, for as long as I want. Provided no one else is playing it, of course. Wouldn't be proper to interrupt someone. But I wouldn't want to take it away from the Funplex. Nami would cry. Can't have that, right? Guess not. Which leaves the random hopping man. To be fair, we had kind of been ignoring that he exists. What the bleep, man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? Bleep this. I'm going to Deco's palace. Enemy just lost a customer, stomping his way out of the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing. Eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. Digging that dad bod. I don't think I picked the 30 options last time I played. So that's why I'm seeing all these new ones. But okay, yes. That cuddly cozy teddy bear physique. The Benedict the Benedict Cumberbatch accent. Oh. And he showed compassion and empathy for others? Yes, please. He could have just waltzed right out of here with that game. He didn't. He cares about more than money and more than his own high scores. He's more mature than me. That's more than okay in my book. I've always been attracted to the age bracket. I'm sure it could teach me a thing or two. Wow, I made him inadvertently horny. Did not mean to do that. Oh well. About whooping, I mean. Right, yeah. Right, Micah. Right. So you know Naomi. He's happy to talk, even while playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy. I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant? I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me, Micah Cater, Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
This is not a British accent. This sounds Australian to me. I mean, I guess it could be British, but it sounds Australian to me. So, you seriously just been playing movie all day? Huh.
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a movie cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
The beeps and the boops.
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the emotions. Laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets sad. She gets movie in top condition for the day I eventually in my high score. What's the current world record? What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy has been standing here since I was working the morning shift. Hours and hours. He's still only about 720K into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just let a few extra lives drain out when I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to this game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. How is it he can afford this game? Mm. So I take it your ice is more important than your big balance? The way you just decided to buy Moopy, I mean.
Right.
Of course, score is more important than anything. Except eating and paying rent. More important than anything. A few hours of day trading after I go home keeps the bank balance in balance. Anybody could do it, and they have the head for numbers. He points to the current score at the top of Moopy's screen.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to define myself by a number, this is the one I choose. I don't feel people are defined by their work. I know the arcade is home to those who made their passion into their work, but it's the passion that matters more. I've made my passions the same as anyone. I look forward to learning yours as well. But I'm not deep in the middle of a game, I mean. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Be seeing you, Mr. Cater. Yet another weird encounter and a string of weird encounters. I can't help but wear a goofy grin as I walk away. A Hawkeye with a big heart? Yep, still my type. Still, I shouldn't keep ahead of myself here. He's a Funplex regular. Let's keep eye on him. Preferably, too. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done. But, I'm still at peace, in fact. I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding on up behind me.
Good day.
Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You should consider getting a proper group chat going. I got a crazy crap phone plan. My texts aren't free. A valid point. I'll look into that.
Impressive.
I'm impressed at how you handle yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I prepped your paperwork. If you'd like to sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't found him yet, right? Well, dang. Oh. An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering.
Ooh.
Mike is off to a great start. Here's your first day, followed by many more. Here's to your first day. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Is it my dream job? I told Francine I was looking for hope. Been so used to life jumping all over me that I come to expect the worst generally. And yet, I can't say the Funplex has dumped on me. Been hectic at times. A little too much, but not really in a bad way. I'm starting to get along with my coworkers and helping people with their problems. Maybe I'm finding the hope I was looking for after all. We've only got a few hours to closing, and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself, as I have paperwork to handle. Oh, come on, don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What? Tell me. You singing early each morning to play pinball. Ooh, I like pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Ah, well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. Really? You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball attorney. The girls are giggling, and I find myself smile, and I can talk. And I'm finding myself smiling alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day.
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Look at confusion and outright terror on their faces. All after dying immediately, and all dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me. Oh, that music.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
A birthday party. Oh man, birthday parties, especially with little kids. Ugh, they are the worst in any kind of service job. The worst. How old are the kids, man? It's her 5th birthday. Oh, to be young again. Oh, a party of 5-year-olds is the worst. 5-year-olds? Naomi starts pulling at her hair, her eyes wide and trembling. Throwing ski balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum into coin slots, pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We survived kids' birthday party before. Doom, doom, the end is nigh.
Well, I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway. Have fun, dears.
Look at her escaping. Look at her escaping. That's dirty. That's dirty, Francine. Right. Battle stations, everyone. I'll take a desk so I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Micah, Roman duty, look for trouble. Do what you can. Prepare yourselves. They are coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling up to the parking lot. Minivans disgorging kindergartners. And suddenly, look at those little cum snatchers. An explosion of small humans rushes the doors, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Even before any of them could get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, mashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations. Naomi by the fragile pinball machines. Ashley near the door, trying to distract the incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanging them with the adults. He's waiting in line at the change machine. As for the programmers, well, Queen Bee and Tails fronts both for the exit, abating them. Keen on getting out ahead of the surge of kitties, I guess. That's all very well and good, but I have no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos has multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise, and Micah, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend to them. Which one of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with all of them in time. Okay, so go with Percy and Gavin. I weave my way through waves of children towards the skee ball TM machines. So, okay, so skee ball is the thing you can say. So I guess that's not copyrighted, like, movie, which is clearly Pac-Man. It's clearly Pac-Man, but okay. One little girl sitting at the end of a skateball TM ramp, crying. Oh yeah, you throw the little balls into the holes, which I suck at. I am terrible at that game. No parents like to settle her, and the task falls to me. I'm guessing I should be more cautious about this sort of thing. What with also having parents lurking over by the vending machines, ignoring their kids, but Florence and Micah decided to take the case, all the same. Hey, my name is Micah, and I work here at the arcade. What's wrong? Can I help? Her sobbing pauses as she looks up at me.
I lost my tickets. Someone stole them from me.
This is not how a 5-year-old sounds, but okay.
I played and won a bunch of them, But then I put them down and I was talking to a friend, and now they're gone.
Oh my goodness. I glanced around, but in a sea of kids, it's impossible to tell who the thief could
I
be.
don't even have any more tokens to play with. I spent them all at skee ball and my tickets are all gone
Easy, easy. We'll figure this out somehow. I've got no clue where to even start, to be honest. Maybe there's a witness to the crime? Percy would have had a good view of the redemption game area based on where Moopy's positioned. Gavin has a ticket, a veritable crow's nest for the whole arcade. Could have spotted something. Or could have been the rules and told us directly. Well, since this is work with Gavin, he might as well see what's going on. Nope, not gonna mess around with this one. A theft, a serious business. Wait right here, okay, kid? I'm gonna get help. We'll get to the bottom of this, I promise. Okay. I ducked through the crowd, waving my way back to the ticket desk. Hey, Gavin, that girl over there. Boy with the red hair currently playing Frogger. He took her tickets when she wasn't looking. Damn. He's doing it. Huh? Wait, you saw?
Certainly.
Of course. What of it? Okay, let's not make a bottle party, an explosive one. How about we discount her tickets she lost?
I think not.
Hardly good business since to do that. How can we tell how many she actually had? She could lie. It wouldn't be fair to just give her something she didn't earn. They're skee ball tickets. And we risk escalating the situation by showing favoritism? Or by confronting the boy for his misdeeds? Yes, we'll go to great lengths to stick to a lie. And the parents could be twice as immature, I found. Right now, I just want to keep the peace. One girl crying is less of a disturbance than a boy throwing a tantrum. The way he stands there so good at caring while that girl in pink just sobs. It's not right. I mean, seriously, it's not right, but he's my boss. How hard do I want to push this? Come on, Gavin. So you let one customer feel like crap just to avoid having another customer maybe feel like crap? A thief, I may add? It's keeping the peace, and it's not suffering just because it's the path of least resistance. We're losing a customer today regardless. Rather than I break a little girl's heart to do it and let a bully learn he can do what he wants. At first, it looks he's going to chew me out for standing up to him. But you think me a monster?
I hadn't intended.
Of course I feel bad about this. I feel bad for her. And she shouldn't get away with it. I'm just trying to protect our arcade as a whole. And do it. Protect our arcade by protecting the gamers. And their dreams. He sighs like a stress release valve beyond and open and closed.
Indeed.
You're right, of course. Of course.
Apologies.
Focusing on the big picture does tend to leave me apathetic to each individual brushstrokes. My apologies, Micah. I'm lucky I had you to put me back on track. Your predecessor wouldn't have stood up to me like this and show me how wrong I was. And let's start this out properly. Gavin walks right up to the kid who's busy hopping on a frog around in traffic. Wouldn't mind seeing this kid go play in traffic myself. Oh, come on, Micah, don't be so mean to this little boy. Boy, what do you want? Can't help but notice that roll of ticket in your pocket. Big winner, are you? The biggest. Got them all playing Too color game over there. See? Really? Too see? I own that game. May I see your roll, please? I don't want to show you. Well, I can see that pulling out of your pocket there. Because I see your number on ticket that says what they won. Which is interesting because the roll I loaded onto the color spinner, I saw with a 2.
I think not.
Meaning those tickets we won playing skee ball, specifically by that girl over there, and you took them. You're a liar. Leave me alone. I'll yell for my mom.
Seriously?
You really want to risk your mom having your mom believe me instead of you? Instead, how about you give me the tickets and walk away? First, the kids like to intrigue bloody murder, but a few nervous glances at his mother, busy munching chins by the vending machine, changes his mind. Take him. I don't want him anyway. He angrily slumps away, presumably to go play some other game on the other side of the arcade.
Yay!
You did it! You found my tickets! The girl actually hugs me. Well, hugs my leg anyway. How tall are you, Micah? Fire girls aren't that short.
Thank you.
Like, so much. Thanks and thanks. Now then, let's get you your prize. What is it you wanted? Crayons! Those... You spent on... Crayons? You could get that at the dollar store. And they're probably a better quality, honestly. But okay, whatever, kid. Oh, let's do. Okay. Ooh, that's a fuzzy happy feeling right there. But no time to rest on my laurels. I have other arcade games to defend. Right. That sorted out. But the other two situations are about to spin out of control. I don't have time to deal with one of them. Which one? So I'm obviously trying to be friendly with the ones I want to actually be in a relationship with because I am incredibly predictable. So we're gonna go with Teo and Queen Bee and talk to Teo. The sounds of hardship called to me as from the Fast Cars 5 racing games. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good signs, and I hope beyond hope I can take this on. I shake the discomfort off. Now is not the time to doubt myself. I need to find out what's going on instead. As I get closer to the revving of engines and the clacking of shifting gears, I see a grown woman berating a cowering boy.
I didn't.
Admit it! I know what you did, you little brat. Lady, why are you going yourself with a kid? That's weird. You manipulated my precious son to put his tokens in your game. You should be ashamed of yourself. Is she bullying this small child? I'm sorry. Treating like you are the absolute worst. Garbage. Oh my god, where is this boy's parents? How is she cursing this little kid out? Ma'am, keep your voice down. There's no need to shout at a child, no less. What's going on here? This jerk of a boy told my sweetest beyond sweet Josh that he should put his own tokens in the racing game so he can play for free. Josh earned those tokens from his own allowance, and won't let some devil child steal his money. What the hell, lady? Let's just take a moment to calm down, okay? Before I saw anything else, I spot Queen Bee and Tail out the corner of my eye. Queen Bee looks frustrated, and Tail has buried his face in his hands. Actually, now that I think about it, they may have some insight. The racing games are right next to the Showtime stage. Tail probably had a good vantage point of the whole thing if he was dancing on stage. And just from the way Queen Bee's browser furrowed, I can tell that something's not sitting right with her. I could ask one of them for help, or try to solve this one by myself. Ask Teo. Teo was right next to the action when it went down. I decided to check in with him. I'm very upset right now, but if you please stop shouting, we'll get this all settled. Teo? I refuse to calm down or the child's been appropriately punished. That such disrespect is tolerated in this arcade is appalling. Oh, I'm giving you the worst online abuse. Okay, Karen. Okay. Theo jumps down from the stage and approaches the shouting woman. He puts his hand out.
Sheesh.
Simmer down now. Oh, this skit was so good. Was a lot. This could all be explained with science. What? Really? I mean, right, of course. Tail, by all means. Elaborate. Tail walks past us right from the Fast Cars 5 game. He casually summons into the driver's seat and then motions for us to come nearer. Let me show you both something. Theo points to the car console. It's got a wheel, which is fantastic and totally necessary for a driving game. Pedals, gear shift, and so on. But the feature Teo draws our attention to are the two coin slots. Both are vertically stacked, one on top of the other. Alright, so this is where you drop your Let me take a break to drink something. Whew, talking too much. Okay, so this is where you drop your tokens into play the game. However, do you see how it's practically in the middle of these two identical consoles? Which game does the top slot belong to? The right hand or left hand game? Actually, I don't know. Let me save here. I'll go right. I mean, right.
Exactly.
Oh, does it not matter? It may not matter. Micah is correct. What? Preposterous. See, these import games can be confusing. I'm sure your son has put his token into the wrong slot. Common mistake really happens all the time. Considering how confused I was, I can see how a small child would be just as, if not more, confused. Honestly, mine was just a lucky guess. Give Teo a grateful look, happy the crisis had been dealt with. The frustrated customer would undoubtedly apologize for yelling at the boy now. How dare you imply my impression Josh was wrong? I can't believe the gall of some people. Josh, get over here. We're leaving this horrible arcade. Right now. Oh, well. I see that one coming. Louis scoops up her child and storms out the front door. That poor kid's not gonna have many friends. I don't think you'll see her or son anymore, and frankly, I'm cool with that. Once they're gone, Teo looks back at me from the driver's seat and shrugs.
No can do.
It's just no pleasing some people. I feel sorry for his son. That's no way to treat a kid. Teo's sprightly and happy demeanor shifts slightly. Eyes glazed over at her as he looked into the distance. I haven't seen Teo act like this before. He always looks so upset. I wonder if I should check in with him. I know it's really none of my business, but I should make sure Teo's okay. It seems like he really can empathize with this kid's plight. Hey, everything alright? You need anything? There's a pause for a moment. The fire returns behind his eyes. Yeah, I'll be okay. This reminded me how I get treated by teachers, notably. I space out in class, daydreaming. They rake me over the clothes just to assert authority. Total overkill.
Bummer.
Really bums me out to say those mistreat kids this way, you know? I have to treat people with respect, even when they're in the wrong. Like you saw just now with that woman. I appreciate you for taking someone to ask me, you know. Don't you got respect too? And empathy. You're too sweet to me, Micah. But I'm not that important. You should make sure that boy is safe and sound.
Catch you later.
I'm heading back to the Showtime stage. Holler if you need anything. I give a quick wave to Teo as he returns to his game. They're poking around a bit. I managed to find the kid, still shaking up from the whole deal. Hey, sorry about all that. Are you gonna be okay? I think so. I swear I didn't do anything. Another kid, he just came out of nowhere and dropped his token in my slot. After I lost, I got up the game and over to him. He just ran away. And that woman approached you and started yelling. The boy nodded, swiping his snotty nose on his shirt. Uh-huh. Hope it's any consolation, the bad lady is gone, and I don't think she's going to ever come back. Boy, cheeks still streaked with tears, let a smile right on his face.
Thank you.
And tell that nice man thanks for sticking up for me, too. I nod and the boy scurries off and rejoins some of his other friends. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with that cupcake problem, uh-oh. Too late. The vintage Midway cabinet Naomi just finished up, it's covered in icing. Looks like Ashley's costume's gonna need dry cleaning, too. I should have a helpless looking shrug. Hey, Micah. Kinda wish it was pink icing. and nobody would notice. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I wasn't quick enough. You still helped out. I saw you with those other kids. You're a natural. I think things are winding down anyway. Why not take a break? And then I'll swap off with you and take a break myself afterwards. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Honestly, I'm kind of worn out. Ashley's right. I need to step away from this craziness, if only for a few minutes. After a silent nod from Gavin to confirm it's cool with him, I slip away, headed for the employee lounge. What a day. Worky co-workers, side-hard programmers, volatile kids getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness or some such cliche, but nothing's as easy as Miss Cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I dropped down into one of the cheap folded metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back, trying to work out the kinks of my sore shoulders. Ugh, tongue twister right there. And spotted an upside down kid. Huh. Oh, wait, I'm the one leaning backwards. I stood up and turned around instead. Better. Wait, what's the kid doing back here? Hey, thank you, hoping I wouldn't notice him. Um, hi. Hi, and you are? Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey. My name is Micah. So, what are you doing back here? This is employees only area. Wait, there's a keypad. How'd you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. He holds out a piece of paper with a door code written on it. Huh. 401 for Ashley's wild storytelling being more than fact than fiction. Okay, but you can't stay back here. Well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically safe, but
Please don't send me back out there.
these are some old sounding 5-year-olds. Wow, this is serious. I lean in so we could be on the same eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me. I work here. I'm the guy who solves problems.
No problems. Just don't want to go out there.
Did you want to play with your friends? He gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergartner.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here.
Oh, poor baby.
My family just moved to the city, and before that, we lived in another city, and one more for that, but I was too little to remember.
Like, the words are like kindergartner, but the voice is like adult trying to be a little kid. It's very funny. I mean, they tried their best. You know, you can only do but so much.
Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway, and then she left because she's got to work.
New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted him then and there. Brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. I should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules of the arcade. Okay, kid. I'm not telling you. If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really won't tell my mom? Nope. Why? I thought you wanted to make me go. You're an adult, like my mom. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. New kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah. Although for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving from town to town, school to school. Never really making any friends, not for years. Mom and dad kept losing jobs and taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would be better. I decided I'd just take what I can get. I'd go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do. Not really being sad over it.
But that sounds so sad. You weren't sad? It's sad to never care about anything, right?
I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. Then I bite my tongue hard because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped little Micah out if an adult did this for me. So instead, I decided to be the adult little Micah would have needed. Um, your mommy loves you, Mickey. She loves you very, very much. When I was a kid, I was mad at my parents for moving all the time, taking different jobs. It made things very hard for me. But now that I'm older, I know they were working hard because they love me. They wanted the best for me, and they were doing their best to get it. Life can be hard. Sometimes it's just no fun. There's one thing that's always there: love. They love you. He shoots me a doubting look. One of those little doubting looks where they don't want to outright call something a lie, but can't quite swallow it. Mikey, if your mom was sad, what would you do to make her happy? I mean, if you had to go to school an extra 2 hours a day, would you do it? I guess. That's what she's doing. She's working very hard because she wants to make you happy. I'm not happy being alone or moving all the time. Neither is she. But she knows if she works hard, one day you won't be alone. You won't be moving all the time. I was a new kid, remember? Now I have a home with my best friend and a good job. I work in an arcade. How cool is that? It wasn't easy, and my parents were often sad. I was often sad. But we pulled through. So will you. Just remember, she loves you, and you love her. That'll get you through some sad times. Huh? It's not a great answer. It doesn't solve the problem. But it does make things a little easier on Mikey. From his long sigh, I can tell him releasing his sadness or offering a little smile. Not a big goofy grin, not the height of happiness, just a simple understanding. I love Mommy. It's sad, a lot, but I know it's not always sad. Even if she left me here, I know she's coming back. Hey, you know what? You still got some time to enjoy the party. Even if you don't want to talk to the other kids, there's lots of games you can play. Hey, maybe you'll get to know someone while playing a game. Arcades are great for that. I'm sure a lot of them have sad times too. And they could use someone to play with, someone who understands.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to play the skee ball games. I'll spot you a few tokens. Let's get you rolling. And take his hand to lead him back out to the main room. And off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all of Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychologist. That was entirely me flying by the seat of my pants. But from one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same kind of situation I found myself long ago. 15 years ago, everything changed. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits. We couldn't afford them, and they couldn't take time off work. The whole Kidder family had to learn to settle, to accept a lot in life we've been dealt, to simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Jennifer did her best to pull me out of that mire. I only known her a few years, one of the few stable times in my life. But I knew she was the edge I've been pushed to. Now, here I am. The day has been, well, bonkers. Alternately boring and hectic, surreal and way too real. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I've been in a very, very long time. Beep beep. Beep beep, Micah. Hmm? My emotional voice analysis subroutines combined with your body language that you are very happy right now. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am. How did you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how'd you know I love this job so much?
Oh, I know.
I didn't. What? I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click with their optimal social requirements, a fun atmosphere, spirited coworkers, helping people out, and so on. Also, I cross-reference your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoyed arcade business when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
But I was 99.99% sure that if I said I was 99.97% sure, you'd be willing to give it a try. Another thing to thank Jennifer for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know.
Hooray!
I try to be. When the car's pulling up in the parking lot, it looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade anyway. Most of the gamers have found out by now. They have been already flooded a tidal wave of kiddies. My express impulse is to go bug Gavin about paperwork, but like I wait. I really gotta help someone with this tidying them up. I saying how our VIP gamers are doing. Another time that we're gonna check it in with everyone though. Who do I want to hang out with? I didn't talk to Percy today. Haven't finished today's high score. Percy's relaxing a bit by the Moopy machine, just casually browsing on his phone before he heads off.
Quite good.
Oh good, mark it up. Your morning cues will cash out nicely. And the Moopy score? Oh, quite terrible, I'm afraid. I had to restart twice. Meaning he played literally 75 cents worth of gaming all day long. Ow. Still, use my skill shops, yes. Practice, practice, practice. Plus, it was quite pleasant seeing all those kids having such a good time in the Funplex. I always play better when the people around me are happy. Except for the ones screaming and throwing cupcakes or being hassled by angry parents or having their stuff stolen or... true. Your job does, by its very nature, bring you into contact with those who are specifically not happy. Chin up. Ooh, chin up, love. There are good days and there are bad days, true, but an arcade is a place where the good ones outnumber the bad. It's the palace of dreams, you understand? Oh, wait, you see. Unless they're on the palace, which is a little more than a hole in the wall, in between Twin Pines Mall. So what's your dream then, aside from Opie? Or is that basically it? Just nailing the world record? Oh, astute are we? I suppose I'm made for more than just a hot quarter pumping action. More than to relish in the smiles on those around me.
Unpleasant memories.
It's a bit more a personal matter and not entirely into not an entirely gentle or pleasant tale. I have no intention of bringing down your bad day another notch with the story. You should focus on the here now. You survived the birthday party. That's worth celebrating. Well, excuse me, I really should be heading home now. Job well done and all that. For both of us. Cheerio then. Yes, yes, tip top cheerio, Governor, fish and chips, Bob Shango and whatnot. Well, you know, I could simply say goodbye. That also works. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door. I see go Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Micah, good work today. Thanks, boss, mid-boss, good boss. Gavin will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high, so I assume you were as close to perfect as reasonable. You came to me when dealing with those stolen tickets. Good. I want you to know I'll always be here should you need me, even if I look busy. Normally, I dealt with the angry parents myself when I was distracted. I've only secondhand accounts of your performance there, as Teal told me everything. Oh, Teal and staff. I suppose he stepped up to handle that rude customer with a rational, calm attitude. So I'll consider that handled. I'm pleased to say the sale of Mr. Moopy Maze Magic Maze for a full $3,000 will indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that and stuck to your guns on pricing. Even if I've been happy to get rid of that relic entirely. Why is it still here is a good question. Was it not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Ahem. Are you giving our poor little Micah a hard time, Gavin dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dreams matters too, as does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow. Poor? Isn't Percy stinking rich?
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
Gavin, I know you mean well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but sacrifices made in the name which shatter the dreams of others, well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Micah, you understand, yes? The reason why I'm here? Just the question she asked me during our interview. Now I think I understand. I came here today looking for hope. Hope I can do more with my life than compromise. Settle for what I can get and go with the flow. Everyone I met today is full of hope. Gamers chasing scores, people following their passions. Nobody here is willing to give up on their dreams. Not even you, Gavin. No better than this, Gavin. We don't settle. We chase after our hopes and dreams, and won't accept anything less. I see.
Apologies.
Micah, Francine, I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days, but I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. I can assume you're still keen to work here, Micah? I don't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Billy's out tonight, him to me the first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you fit just in, Micah. One bus ride later, and it's home again, jiggity jig. Jennifer, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day.
Hey.
So, how'd it go? It went well. Well or well? Really well. Your little app came through, despite being terrifyingly omniscient and a little bit unnerving. Got to mention adorable. Oh, I've been talking for almost 3 hours. No wonder I can't barely. My throat is so sore. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. You even came home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Huh. I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you. Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
What? Did I neglect to mention the part of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. Okay, level 1 is done. Let's check your score. Gavin really likes me. Teo is second place. You're a pretty basic person so far. Not bad. Also, you scored. I don't know what that means. 100 acres of pizza each day. Jeez. Yes, let's save the game. Here. Okay, actually, I want to save here. Save here. Okay. So that was Arcade Hearts. Arcade Spirits, not Arcade Hearts. That's a different game. Um, yeah, that was fun. I forgot how much I liked it and how funny the writing is. I would definitely come back to this game. Now that I know that the audio was working a lot better than the first time I played it. That was terrible. Basically a black screen. But yeah, now that I have an idea of how to actually stream this game and what are they would expect with the game thing, even though I've forgotten what the little hearts mean. I meant not the little icons mean. But yeah, that was an interesting game. Follow me. If you want to see me play. I don't always announce it on social media because sometimes I just feel like stream. Um, or if you message, you can go to my YouTube channel and just because I normally upload it. Um, yeah, go on my site to see all my stuff, and see you in the next stream. Bye.